Welcome back to Pace Law Firm, talking once again with Jim Metcalfe, Director of Immigration at Pace Law Firm. Jim, let's talk about this moratorium on the Quebec and federal immigration programs that's been going on since the summer. Why did the government put the programs on hold?
Well, I think it was a question of success, and the end result was that the federal Immigrant Investor Program reached its cap very, very quickly. Applications were slammed into the processing center in Sydney, Nova Scotia, and as a result, then the government has more applications than they can possibly deal with. That combined with a backlog of old applications means there's about 20 to 25,000 applications in process. The government just doesn't have the resources and the wherewithal, intellectually or financially, to deal with this backlog. The result is stop taking in new applications, and they've effectively done that.
Now, they've stopped taking in new applications. The old ones, are they still on file? They're still going to be used? What's going on there?
Well, I'd heard rumors that the old applications, those we call the 400K program, this was a program which has been going on for about 5 or 6 years, okay, and which consists of the majority of the backlog. They may wipe those applications out completely. One of the problems is that in those 20,000 or 25,000 applications, they're bare bones applications. They're simplified applications. There's no supporting documents. There's been no due diligence done on those applications. So it would probably be very easy to wipe them out. I don't like using the word wipe out, but the government has to get its immigration house in order, and the best way to do that is to, according to Jason Kenney, is eliminate the backlog by passing a law declaring them null and void. They did this with the federal skilled worker program. However, that is in the federal court, so that's probably stopping the government from doing that with the federal investor program.
Now, these investor programs, I mean, people have put time into these applications. They've been waiting a long time to hear about things. Now they hear that the books have been cleared. What is it? Get back in line, first come, first serve, or how do you think it's going to work?
It is a first come, first serve system. The government is probably going to announce new criteria towards the end of this year or early next year, and we suspect that the subscription to the programs are going to go up. As I said, 5 years ago it was $400,000. Last year it was $800,000. We suspect it will probably be between $1.2 and $1.4 million have to be paid into the federal government of Canada for a period of 5 years. There also should be a loan program, probably at about $280,000 through a financial intermediary. I suspect that if there's a limited number of applications to be received, 2,500 or 3,000, the queue will fill up very, very quickly.
Now, when you say that it'll fill up very, very quickly, do people, I mean, how do they even hear about this? So an announcement goes out by the government, or what happens?
Well, the government has to put forward regulatory changes, and they'll probably be first posted in the Canada Gazette because it's written into the regulations. And normally what happens when that happens, the public has an opportunity to comment on it, but it's the governor and council approves them, they become the law.
What do people need to do to be prepared? I know you've made comments like the federal skilled worker programs and things. You've made comments that because language requirements are such an important thing there, you've told people to make sure they get their language test done. Is there anything that people can do that are looking forward to the investor programs that they should have ready?
Well, I think the best thing to do is to seek expert counsel. The other thing is you can prepare an application based on perhaps the worst case scenario that requires a personal net worth of $5 million, and you have to be prepared to put $1.5 million into the application. It takes a long time to accumulate and sort through and perfect those types of applications. If you wait for the criteria to be announced and put into effect, by the time you get an application together, the allocation of 2,500 or 3,000 could very well be gone. So in a limited way, we're encouraging anybody who contacts us with this particular situation is to start preparing an application now. Call it on a contingency basis, call it on whatever you want. The important thing is to get your application together, because when the announcement is made, there'll be all sorts of people putting in applications, mostly from Southeast Asia, from China. China could fill up the federal investor program on an annual basis without batting an eyelash. There's just that many millionaires and high net worth people prepared to put money into an immigrant investor program.
So contact details, and where should people get a hold of you to get this kind of thing started?
We're on the web, www.paceimmigration.com. You can find us quite easily. We'll answer any questions. We'll develop plans for you. We already have some applications in from people, or some. We're preparing applications for people waiting for the new programs to open.
Okay, great. Jim Metcalfe, Director of Immigration at Pace Law Firm. Check him out at paceimmigration.com. Also, updates will be put on the front page of the site anyway if there's announcements made by the government and stuff like that. And stay tuned to this YouTube channel for more updates as well, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Thank you.